Good luck.
Merhaba arkadaşlar, hepiniz IEFT Talks webinarlarına hoş geldiniz. Bugün Kanada'nın en ekonomik üniversitelerinden Northern Lights College'da eğitim ve çalışmayı Tony'den dinliyor olacağız. Lütfen sorularınızı questions kısmından sormayı unutmayın. Yes, Tony, the stage is yours now.
Thank you very much, and good morning or good evening over there. And my name is Tony May, and I'm the International Recruitment and the Business Development Lead for Northern Lights College in British Columbia, Canada. And hello, everyone. And so before I start, I'd like to share a video with you guys. Like, you know, a photo worth 1,000 words, and video that definitely was more, right? So let me just show you a video before I start my presentation to give you a little bit brief idea what's our college about.
Taking the risk to come to Canada is something that is totally worth it. It's worth it because it's a country that is opening the doors for international persons. It's giving opportunities, and it's a country that is always gonna recognize the respect for the other. My name is Carolina Arango, and I am from Colombia. I came to Dawson Creek in 2018.
I'm Irene de la Peña Tesico. I came from the Philippines. I arrived here last September 2019. So I've been here for 6 months. And as for my experience, I'm really happy. I'm very gratefully happy. And I still can't believe that I'm here in Canada.
I love this college. I love my instructors. They're always willing to listen, to respond to your doubts, and to help you, to provide you all the information that can help you make the learning process easier.
So since I came here, I think the best part is the people. The people in here were so friendly, they're so accommodating, and they helped me to become a better person.
It's something different. It's a city that offers you a connection with the nature. And it's beautiful. There's lakes, there's these sunsets and sunrises that are magical.
I think they better choose Northern Lights College. Not only because it's affordable, but also the people in here, the instructor, the staff, they're willing to help you with all your needs. Not only specifically in your studies, but also in your personal lives. I think if I'm not here in Northern Lights College, I will not be who I am today.
It's amazing, and we never imagined it was gonna be like that. So it surprised us, but in a good way.
Great, and I hope everyone enjoyed the video. To be said though, I like to, for those two students who were in the video, Carolina, she graduated already. Myrene, she actually graduated 4 days ago, like last week. And she's already working full-time in social service department in our town, and she's very happy. And she had this full-time job offer half a year ago. So that shows you, we have a great job opportunity here for international students. And Myrene, when she was making this video, that was a year ago, year and a half ago almost. Now she graduated, now she already have a career ahead of her. And I still see her very often. And, she's very thankful for the opportunity opportunities she's been given, and of course she grabbed it herself too. And basically, it fits her lifestyle very perfectly as she describes. And so, to be said, I like to introduce our college, Northern Lights College. And again, my name is Tony May, and I like to share some information about our college with you guys. So, Northern Lights College, we are located in British Columbia, Canada, which is west side of Canada. Within British Columbia, we are on the northeast side of the province. And we have 5 campuses, but we mainly host our international students in Fort St. John and Dawson Creek campuses. Fort St. John, Dawson Creek, it is about 1.5 hours flight from Vancouver. So that gives you a little bit kind of geographic locations where our college is located. Then for Dawson Creek and Fort St. John, I would like to give you some background information about those 2 community towns. We are industrial-based communities, so which means we have quite a few big corporations around these 2 areas, like for mining, oil, gas, natural resources. A lot of our residents is actually working in those corporations, which means actually create a lot of good job opportunities for our international students, especially for our newly arrived international students, because the entrance level job labor market workforce is needed. Over 95% of our new international students who are actually looking for a part-time job are able to find their first part-time job within the first 2 weeks they arrive here, which is great. And of course, there's a lot of job opportunity for alumni too, because workforce is needed in those 2 towns. And to be said, those 2 towns, if you count the population, we are very small, but we actually, in land size and all other area, we are growing strong, and that's why international students is a perfect fit for those 2 communities, and communities welcomes international students with open arms. And Northern Lights College is a public college established in 1975, and we've been known as BC's Energy College. So now brings the question: why would you want to choose Northern Lights College? So I think the most key point is that for the student who's actually looking for short-term study with minimal spending on their tuition, and that actually can make some living expense or even their tuition during their study or after their study, and give them an affordable life while they study, Northern Lights College will be a perfect choice, because we have one of the most affordable tuitions in British Columbia, and we are one of the most affordable colleges in Canada. Let me give you an example. For a diploma program, a 2-year program, let's say business management, our tuition is $10,770 per year. So for the entire 2 years, the tuition is $21,000, and that's it. Which, in comparison to any other public colleges in British Columbia, we are one of the most affordable ones, and across Canada, we are one of the most affordable ones. Then we, for most of our classes, we maximum out of 16 students per class for many of our programs. And because we are public college, our credential is the same as any other public college across Canada, doesn't matter the size or location. And for the student who comes here, they will have a very unique life experiences. So, but if one is looking for, nightclubs, big casinos, stuff like that, we don't have that here. What we have here is the natural beauty of Canada and a great study environment. And of course, on top of that, we have very amazing job opportunities for our current students and our alumni students. And here it's showing the labor demand is still going strong in our area. Now, one thing I want to share with you guys is the cost of living. So besides tuition, cost of living, if in Canada, if you were in Vancouver or Toronto, those big cities, for a decent 2-bedroom apartment, you are looking at almost about $3,000 per month for rental. But here in Dawson Creek and Fort St. John, 1-bedroom apartment is about $700. 2 bedrooms apartment is about $900. And for houses, if you want to rent a house for share with family or friend, is about $1,000. Now, and for the rental price, it's almost 1/3 or less compared to Vancouver or Toronto. And of course, we have our school residents, student housing. Our student housing is a 4-bedroom suite. So each student will have their own individual bedrooms, and they share the kitchen, living area, and washroom with the other 3 roommates. So almost everything is included. Water, electricity, heat, and Wi-Fi are all included. The only thing is not included is their groceries. So they still have to go shop for their groceries and cook for themselves. But everything else is included. And it's very easy for them to commute to the supermarket. It's only 5 minutes walk from their residence. So they can just go to the supermarket and come back. They don't have to take a public transportation. Even though we do have a public transportation, they do not need to drive. They can just walk. Now, that is only $520 a month, which is very affordable. Then, all student housing is actually literally 100 meters away from their classrooms. So the student actually can literally get up 5 minutes before classes, and they still won't be late. Of course, that's not recommended, but to show you how close it is. Now, come to the programs. Of course, like any other public college, we do have the university transfer programs. And university transfer system that for the student who actually wish to finish a degree, and what they can do is that they finish year 1, year 2 with us, then go to the design university to finish year 3 and year 4. And in the end, they will get a university's degree. And after that, of course, they can get the 3-year postgrad work permit for the student who wish to pursue a degree. Then, within Northern Lights College, we have diplomas, associate degrees, and post-degree diplomas. When students finish any of those 2-year programs, they are eligible for 3-year postgrad work permit. And during those 3 years, of course, they can apply for permanent residency if they desire to do so. And doesn't matter if when the student finish diploma or associate degree or post-degree diploma, so eligibility for the 3-year postgrad work permit is the same, and they are guaranteed as long as they successfully complete their programs. Then, before I jump to this trade point, I want to share another screen with you. It's our program sheet, and so I can go a little bit more detail within the programs. And the writing might be small, so I will just go category by category for you guys. So under the business program, we have certificate in business management, which is 1-year program. But I like to mention that for the student who actually wish to stay in Canada afterwards, it's recommended they take at least 2-year minimum programs or 2 1-year certificate combined programs. Because 1-year certificate program, once you graduate, you're only going to get a 1 year or less postgrad work permit time. And for the student who actually wish to stay, they won't have enough time or points to actually apply for permanent residency if that's what their goal is. But once you finish any 2-year program or any 2 1-year certificate program combined, they are eligible for 3-year postgrad work permit. And for 3 years, yeah, definitely they will have enough points and time to apply for permanent residency. Then we have diploma in business specialization in accounting. Then we have executive assistant diplomas, a post-degree diploma in business management. And within the post-degree diploma, we have specializing in health administration and specializing in information technology, which is included in the category below, in health, human services, and social technology. Science and technologies. So for majority of our program, IELTS requirement is 6.0, and there's a couple exceptions. For example, for students who actually want to do nursing, the IELTS will be 7.0, and the students who want to do health studies and associate degree, and that will be also 7.0. But everything else is 6.0 or less. And as you can see, we have a couple of them to requirement only 5.5, those are which is our trade programs. I will get into the trade program a little bit later on. So we have archaeology diploma and the land and water resource diploma. For those two diplomas, they offered we do not offer them every year, but in every couple years. But between those two programs, it will be offered 1 year. So for example, this year we'll have archaeology. Next year we have land and water. So, and that builds on. Then, of course, we have a criminology diploma. Then, under health and human services, we have early child education care diploma, and post-degree diploma in business management, health administration specialization, and product nursing, and the social service worker diploma. I like to mention in the video, Myrene, she graduated from social service workers diploma last week, and she's already working full-time in the social service industrial area, which is great. Then we have science technology, certificate in engineering. Again, that's 1 year certificate, but I would recommend you take at least 2 certificate combination or a 2-year diploma if your goal is to stay. Then we have interactive technology and game design diploma. Same thing, this diploma will be offered in every couple of years. So it's only 3 of the program that is running by, every couple of years is with archaeology, land and water, and the interactive technology and game design. Then we have post-degree diploma in business management, information technology specialization. So for trade, and we have a diploma in aircraft maintenance. I will go back to my slide for that. Then diploma in cosmetology, which is a very new program. Northern Lights College just this September 2021 September, it will be the first time we are running this program. It is a 2-year diploma program, and for the student who's interested in cosmetology, it will be a great route for them because there's a very good job opportunity waiting for them once they graduate. Then we have advanced certificate in culinary art. And yes, this again is 1 year certificate, but if you combine this with a business certificate, that will make a 2-year program. So that's also workable. Then, like I said, university transfer system is also in place. And also, we have English for academic purposes. For the students who do not have IELTS or TOEFL or Duolingo or any other language proficiency exams passed, they can apply for English as ESL program. Once they finish your ESL program, they can apply to any of the program. Well, not any, sorry, most of our programs on the list. The reason I say most, because for nursing, they will still need an IELTS. It doesn't matter what, they still have to get an IELTS exam pass. Now let me go back to my slides. Oh, where did it go? So with this slides, let me go back. So, like I said, I would like to leave this as on my slide to explain. Aircraft maintenance engineering basic training diploma. It is also a 2-year diploma, and as you can see, price from before, it is also $21,000 for the entire 2 year. The picture on the right hand side, if everyone take a look, I use my cell phone to take that picture. This is your classroom. As you can see, we have jet, helicopter, water aircraft, rescue plane, and farmer's plane. And as I mentioned before, we maximum out of 16 students per class, which means each student will have their own engine to work on, which is great. And all the instructors and professors for this program, they are the engineers in the field. So, well, if a student shows dedication and perform good in classes, most likely they can get a recommendation or reference letter from their instructors. A lot of our alumni actually have a full-time job offer before they even graduate, which is amazing. And to be said, though, for any of those trade programs, though, the student will have to be willing to get their hand dirty, because this is a hands-on program. It's not like you sitting in the office, just sitting on the desk and do that. This one, you need to dig your hand in all the engine. But if hands-on program is your desire, this will be a perfect program for you. Then, of course, we have student services for orientation, advising, and international student leadership and master's program. To be said, though, all of those student service right now at this moment is still online only, but we are going back to face-to-face services in September. If nothing else changes, of course, fingers crossed. So, which is very good news. We're finally going back to the semi-normal way of how college was run before the COVID-19. And so this is a very brief overview of our college. And please, ask your questions in the question section. I would love to answer all of them one by one. And so I call it master. So yeah, for the question and answer, the first I'd like to say sorry, we do not have master programs. We have diploma, associate degree, and a post-degree diploma, and we do not have master programs. I'm sorry. Which area of study? Okay, yeah, we actually have a lot of similar questions for something like that. Which area of study? It's actually really depend what do you like to do, what do you love to do, because passion and study and career afterwards, it ties together. Once you have passion for something, your study and your career and your job will become much, much friendlier and easier. So there's not really suggestion of what kind of area of study would I recommend. It really depends on what do you like. Any other questions? If you do, please type it in. And also like to mention that even though with the COVID-19 situation, we actually all students, a lot of students still arriving, and they are actually our job opportunity, like especially for new international students, is not being affected by the COVID-19 situation. The labor force is still needed, actually is even more than before, because yes, right now if you go to work, you have to you obey the safety protocol, wearing masks, social distance, and everything. But with everything here, is being planned out. We try to keep everyone safe, and which I think we are doing a great job. Okay, I see questions. It's a guaranteed 3-year working permit after graduation. Yes, it is guaranteed as long you successfully complete a 2-year program from our college. And it's stated in IRCC website. If you can search for it, IRCC, which is Canada Immigration official website. It tells you if you successfully complete a 2-year program from designated learning institute which all public institutions are designated learning institute. If you look at some private college or private institution, you have to be careful because you have to check their eligibility for postgrad work permit. So you have to go to the website, check them one by one. But as far as for public institution, everything is it's set. So once you finish a 2-year program, you are guaranteed for 3-year postgrad work permit. Oil, gas. Well, we have land and water. We don't have oil and gas. And we have archaeology. Yes, it is. It is a very advantageous for finding job because, like I mentioned before, we have quite a few big corporations around this area. And if you finish, for example, land and water with us, for like Canfor, there's a big lumber company in Canada, and the oil, natural resources, natural gases, they all have a team of environmentalists that help them, for pre-determination or protects land or protects the resources. So the workforce is there, and the labor demand is there. So yes, it is a very good program to join. And it's good at the same time. It's not like a business program. After you finish it, you can do almost anything you want. If you study on land and water, you kind of stuck in the environmental kind of area. But once you're stuck, you are specialized. When some job like this is opening up, you are the one who will get it, not someone who graduated from just a generic program. But the other one have more choices, right? So it's up and down. It depends on your preference, which one you like better. We need a approved statement of purpose and reference letter for the application. No, you do not. So for so if you try to apply for early childhood care assistant diploma, that one you will need some other documents. It will be like almost like a reference kind of letter, but for majority of program you do not need any statement of purposes, but only for select ones. What's ranking? Public community colleges in Canada, we usually do not rank them, but as far as public community colleges in Canada goes, that we are on the top ranking, over medium, I would say. Internship. We do have some programs that have internships or job opportunity for students. Depends on the programs. So for example, we have a new program opening up next year, which is a wind turbine diploma, and that it will include 4 months of internship, which is paid internship, but it's very limited seated. It's a very limited seating, and so if students want to apply, they have to apply early, which that program is not even on my program sheet yet, but it's definitely is coming out. But for all other of our program, we do not have internships because Canada Immigration IRCC changed their rule about co-op work permit or internship design back in a few years. So most of the public colleges, we actually do not have internship for international students for the trade program anymore. Only there's maybe 1 or 2 left. Like for us, that's only one have internship. What's the most popular major among internet? Like I said again, popular major is not of choice of I'm recommending which one is more popular or not. It really depends on your desire, on what you like. It's like, don't make a mistake just, oh, I want to apply this one because everyone else is applying. You might be good at something not everyone else is good at it. So that will give you advantages, and use your advantages, because that will help you in later on in study or finding jobs. there's no job placement, but we will help you, how teach you how to do interview. We have a student services department to help you write your, first resume or cover letter, stuff like that. Conditional requirement, like say you can apply for a ESL program. We do not have a conditional requirement that I don't have my English, but I will get it in, 3 months. We will have to wait until you get your language proficiency result before we can issue a letter of acceptance for your program. But if you're not planning to get it, but you can definitely apply to a ESL program. It's a pathway program, so you can just study ESL with us, English as a second language with us, then apply to the program that you desire after you finish our ESL program. Great. I think that's all the questions for now. Living, yes, I think I did. Living expense compared to Toronto. Like I said, in Toronto, a decent two-bedroom apartment, you're looking at almost $3,000, like $2,700 per month. Two-bedroom apartment here is $900, so it's like 1/3 of the prices. And I like to mention that our minimum wage for international students is actually a little bit higher than those big cities. It's not much, of course, but it is a little bit higher than Vancouver or Toronto. So which are international students very happy, and we have some international students because in the summertime they have May, June, July, and August, 4 months to work many hours as they want. A lot of them actually able to make their tuition or have partial of their tuition back during those 4 months. Opportunities for scholarship. I like to see that our tuition price, it is like scholarship, because in all consideration for a 2-year program, you're only paying $21,000 for the tuition. If you compare to any other colleges, you already save a bunch of money for that. And let's see a question in different language. Okay, hello, my son. He wants to study in university, but he cannot take English exam due to the pandemic or condition must so like I said, he can apply to our ESL program if they cannot take any of the English exam, but there's an option, like he can take a Duolingo exam, which is online. So if he do that, he can apply to our colleges. Duolingo score for most of the program is about 110 to apply to the program. So he can take that English exam online. We do not have entrance exam, but if you are applying to our ESL program, he will be giving a placement test exam. So we will place him in the equivalent English level according to his exam, if he's applying to our ESL programs. And like I said, if he want to apply, study in universities, yeah, he definitely can start with us, because it's no difference if he does year 1 or year 2 with us and then go to university, or he go to the university straight. But to enter, depends on which university you want to apply. For like UBC, SFU, or University of Victoria, for a place like that, the entrance requirement is much higher than colleges. At the same time, he save a lot of money in tuitions if he does year 1, year 2 in colleges, then go to university, because in the end, he's still going to get a degree from the university, which is there's no difference from for the future needs. But in the same time, if you go to college first, it's easier entrance, then easier transfer, then save a lot of money. So I think that's all the questions, I believe. I think, yeah, I think it helped in translating, right? Great. And yes, like our ESL program, it is English preparation. And I won't call it English preparation year though, because it really depends on one's English level. Some students are able to finish our ESL program within 4 months. Some students might need 1 year or even 2 years. It really depends where their English level at. If they cannot even say hello or don't know any word, that may take longer. But if they are already studying English for a while, then all they need is brush up their English, then they may only need 4 months. So it really depends on the student.
Yes, thank you for your answers, Tony. Also, could you please mention about how is the pandemic situation in Canada and how is the Northern Lights College handling the situation?
As for the pandemic right now, we are slowly going back to normal. We have many students arriving for actually May semester, which is or starting next week. And of course, and there's exceptions. Like for example, Canada just has a travel ban rule for India due to India outbreak. But for the student from other countries who arrives here, they are required to do a 14 days quarantine. So, for example, if this is still in place for September, then students are required to arrive at least half months before their study start. So they will need to find a. We will help students find their quarantine places, but usually it's a motel. So it's cheaper and closer to the college. One will have to do a 14 days quarantine, and Northern Lights College, we will help you with your groceries and like emergency needs, and help the student get through the 14 days quarantine period. But for now, when well, not just student, when anybody arrives to Canada from outside of Canada, they are required to do a test in their land port of entry. So if you arrive in Vancouver or even arrive in Toronto, they will have a hotel for you for 3 days, and you will have to stay there, wait until your test result. Then you go to your desired place and quarantine for 14 days. So those are the rule is being placed by the government of Canada. It could change next month, we don't know, but it is slowly, it's the border is opening up and the students are starting coming in, which is great.
All right, thank you for your answer for that question too. I think you covered all of the questions.
Great, thank you.
Could you please share an email address on the chat box so that the participants can directly contact?
Oh yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna type my contact information in the chat. So if you have any questions, please let me know. And I just typed my email there, and I will get back to my email as soon as I receive them. And if you have any other concerns or questions, yeah, don't hesitate to send me email. And I hope I have give you a good kind of overall kind of introduction for college. And if I have question, let me know. And just to be said, because we're a public institution, we are not able to help you to get the study permit or visa, anything immigration related. We can only help you with institutional work. So just let you know.
Yes, thank you very much for your great presentation, Tony. It was a really informative webinar for the attendees.
Thank you very much for having me. It's my pleasure to be here, and I hope I can share enough information to make you consider Northern Lights College. Thank you very much.
Yes, it was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you, everyone. Bye, everyone.